Hello, my name is Alan Knowles, and this is a game that I designed, Sqwar. Sqwar is a game of conquest, strategy, and exploration. The objective is to crush your enemy, brave the wilds, and claim the realm as your own. To do so, players gather resources from the terrain they control. They then use these resources to construct buildings, train warriors, and explore the unclaimed wilds. Players must battle their way through the landscape and the terrible monsters within, all the while building up their kingdom while contending with the machinations of their opponent. If a player has the skill and fortune to best the odds and their foe, then they shall be crowned the ruler of Sqwar. To give you an example of play, we will follow the first round of a game of Sqwar between two players. Here we see the orc player and the human player have arranged their starting squares, warriors, and buildings, and they are prepared to start the game. First, the players gather resources. In this case, the orc has two workers, which are warriors with a worker special rule. Workers can gather resources from the squares they are on. The orc player would gather 2 resources, bringing their total resource pool to 12. Each player starts with 10 resources. The human player gains 4, as he has 3 workers, and one of them is on a terrain square that generates 2 resources, a forest. Next, we have the expense phase. In this phase, players can decide if they would like to begin construction on buildings or train new warriors. The orc player will construct a war den, subtract the cost from their die, or from their resource pool, and place a die equal to the size of the building. This indicates how many rounds it'll take for that building to finish construction. They will also train an axer and place it on one of their starting squares. We won't worry about what the human player does just yet. Next, we move into the maneuver phase. In this phase, players can move their warriors into unexplored or adjacent squares. In this case, this axer will attempt to move into this terrain square. Before moving it, we reveal the terrain square, which is a hill. Players may play an exploration card at this point in an attempt to replace what is just shown, but in this case we will assume that neither player attempts to do so. So before the axer can move into this terrain square, they must take a roaming monster check. If they roll a number equal to the value printed on the card, in this case it's a 5+, a roaming monster will appear. For the sake of this demonstration, we will assume that a 5 or more is rolled, so we place a troll on this terrain square. The axer can no longer move into this terrain square as it's now occupied by an enemy warrior, but can decide to move into another terrain. They will not elect to do so. So now we'll move on to the combat step. In the combat step, we go square by square, and players may attack with any warriors, may attack any target that is in an adjacent square or is within range of one of their warriors' attacks. In this case, we have 4 axers attacking this troll. So we will roll 8 dice, looking to beat the defense value of the troll. His defense value is 5, his health is 3. We have rolled at least 3 5s, resulting in 3 damage, slaying the troll. The orc player then earns immediately the reward value of the troll, which is in this case 3, bringing their total up to 10. With no other combats to fight, we now move to the conquest step. The player who destroyed any enemy warriors may now move any warriors from adjacent square into that recently vacated square. So the axer and one of his buddies here will move into this hill, now claiming this square as part of his player's kingdom, and that ends the phase, thus ending the round. The round will now start over again. The first player, in this case which was the orc player, will now be the second player. The human player will have priority for the next round, and the play will continue like such, each player going through each phase and each step until the end of the round and a new round begins. Well, this concludes my overview of Sqwar. This is a passion project of mine, and I hope you enjoyed the demonstration, and also hope that you someday get a chance to play it for yourself. Thank you for watching.